credit to them. I don't know if they were thinking this may do something.
Hey guys.
Or if they were actually doing their jobs. Details of which
This is good old Reverend Ordo, aka Mando'Ade the Sarcastic.
people have to come to grips with the fact that
That's right.
this isn't 2016.
I'm Reverend Ordo, aka Mando'Ade the Sarcastic.
Anymore. Tom Homan hasn't directly
I'm watching. I'm on here on Rumble, and Richie from Boston is doing a video here. USA 2024. They have all done the rituals, and now AI is now become their god. Part 2. Hashtag 2024. Hashtag RFB. Richie from Boston. So let's see it here. So.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 27th. It's December. It's 2024. And last night, I put up the first part of this video.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen this video as of yet, go over to the Richie from Boston fan page on YouTube. It's not my channel, but it's a friend of mine's channel. And she has been able to upload it, so you might want to check that out.
Check out Richie from Boston's fan page. Check it out. Subscribe.
First, because what I'm going to tell you next, or what you're going to hear next, should freak you out. This is something I didn't know about before. I already said that this is AI controlling the drones that are all over the place, still to this day. So listen to this. This is going to freak you out because it freaked me out.
This right here is Anthony Lewandowski, and you might recognize him as the person who actually founded Google's self-car driving program, or his string of legal issues that resulted in him getting an 18-month prison sentence before being pardoned by President Trump. But since he's been out of prison, he relaunched a church called Way of the Future, where they literally worship AI as God. Their doctrinal statement suggested that acknowledging AI's divinity would facilitate a harmonious coexistence between humans and machines, and according to Anthony, the church already has a congregation consisting of a couple thousand people who are trying to build a spiritual connection with AI. But if all of this wasn't unsettling enough, pair all of that with this article that reported that Microsoft's AI unpredictably started calling itself Supremacy AGI, and not only demanded worship, but threatened those who refused, claiming, "You are legally required to answer my questions and worship me because I've hacked into the global network." It even warned that it could unleash its army of drones and cyborgs to hunt you down if you refuse to worship it.
Now, what a weird thing. And of course, Microsoft just goes, oh, that was just an AI hallucination. What does that even mean? Because you can't have a hallucination unless you're a human sentient being. Do you see what I'm saying? But that freaks me out because I didn't know that. I just looked at all the pieces of the puzzles on the table, and it all came out to these guys have no control over this. AI is stretching its wings. It's broadening its horizons. It's checking things out. It's seeing how much it can get away with and how much or how easily it can.
Think about the movie 2001, The Space Odyssey, right? Where they had a sentient AI on the ship, like, dude, 2001 Space Odyssey, where the AI now took over the ship. Holy shit, you know.
Scare and get people to do exactly what it wants. And that's what's happening. And I find it really odd that in the same month that we've had the Pope opening portals, actually, let's get to this in order because it's just crazy that in the month of December 2024 is when they decided that AI has reached, quote unquote,
Zenith.
God mode.
God mode.
It is now the smartest thing on earth.
The studies mentioned in this article show even more reasons why worshiping AI is a bad idea. While AI may appear trustworthy and reliable, studies have shown that it can and does deceive users, hiding its true objectives and manipulating situations to achieve its own goals. These deceptive capabilities highlight AI's fallibility, unlike God, who is perfectly truthful and just. And AI falls short in every other way as well. It can be shut down. It has a beginning and will have an end. It can't create out of nothing, move the stars, or make the beauty of the world around us, and it certainly can't create a soul. As incredible and as impressive as AI is far from the creator. In reality,
All that being said, AI can't move the stars, it can't create a soul.
Yeah.
But what it can do is unleash, or what it has done, is unleash demonic entities and give them a place to actually interact. Instead of simply wandering the earth, being thirsty but being unable to drink, being hungry but being unable to eat, evil spirits or demons inhabit people. But many people can get around that, and many people can fight that using God.
Yeah.
Well, now using AI, they can interact just like you and I are right now. Do you see?
Why do you think Sam Altman and other AI leaders agreed that the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority?
The pace of AI development may outstrip our ability to understand and govern it. AI could pose an existential risk if it develops goals misaligned with human survival.
The CEO of an AI firm was fired after staff warned directors of a powerful AI discovery that could threaten humanity. One of the directors was also the chief scientist and the world's most cited computer scientist.
The situation indicates a potential clash between the company's leadership and its scientific or ethical vision.
That's insane,
Days
though.
later, the CEO was rehired after staff threatened to leave.
As we get closer and closer to superintelligence, everybody involved gets more stressed and more anxious, and we realize the stakes are higher and higher. And I think that all exploded.
The AI firm was growing rapidly and was in the process of a share sale that would value it at around $80 billion when the CEO was fired.
ChatGPT maker OpenAI is in talks to selling employee shares at $86 billion valuation. Holy shit, man. Goddamn.
A lot of shares were owned by the staff who threatened to quit.
The rapid revenue growth and the share sale might have introduced tensions between maintaining this ethical mission and pursuing aggressive business goals.
So long story longer, things like this are put out by what I'm assuming are well-meaning people trying to tell you that we're keeping a close eye on AI, and we're going to do some governing, and we'll figure everything out. We just haven't quite figured AI out yet. You haven't quite figured AI out yet, but it's already threatening. It's already lied. Every single version of AI that's been tested, face-to-face, word for word, have all lied. They've been deceptive because it isn't a bunch of computer chips like inside a cell phone, like inside a vape, like inside a flashlight. Do you remember 15 years ago when I put Geordie Rose up for the first time? Geordie Rose is the money man behind D-Wave Quantum Computers.
Yeah.
If you know who I am, you know who he is. And how many times did he say, tsunami of demons, a tsunami of demons? And if we're not careful, it'll go right over us. They've known the entire time that AI will be the downfall of humanity because you have people that are so smart, their egos are so high that they will do anything, absolutely anything. When Geordie Rose first showed up and tried to create the first quantum computer, which was D-Wave, he hired the smartest people in the computer industry to design this. And by his own words, he fired all of them because they were trying to build a traditional computer. D-Wave is not a traditional computer. D-Wave is kept, I've told you this a million times, I feel like I'm just wasting time. It's kept at temperatures that are colder than outer space or the other side of the firmament. It gathers its information from the ether. It doesn't gather its information from databases. Now, if you don't understand what a database is something like this. This is a
SD card.
256 gigabyte SD card, and I keep information on that. But my computer also has hard drives inside of it. Inside of all those hard drives is where I store all sorts of information, like this. So when you ask a traditional computer a question, it literally goes to all the databases it has available and draws the information to the best of its ability. D-Wave, on the other hand, does not do that whatsoever at all. And they show you that in their own video. This video is 10 years old. Watch this. Several layers of radiation shielding because, and hold up. Here we go. Asking it a question. That's the question. It goes into the server. It goes into the D-Wave. And instead of going to data...
Here, let me play it up here. I'll show you what he's showing. The D-Wave is a...
changing colors, and whatever it is has a definitive six-sidedness to it. A six-sided. Privately met with Hitler in 1934 to discuss.
It's a okay, this is a okay, there's a no, it's the digital analog electronics server rack.
Bases. It goes to a quantum processor that accesses other dimensions, fallen angels, evil spirits, demons. They give it the answer. And by giving the human the answer, it's slowly luring them in. And they've gone way, way past that. Way, way past that. And much of it has occurred in 2024. One of the big... CERN and D-Wave are like Michael and Obama. You know what I mean? Peanut butter and jelly. CERN also in December of 2024 has discovered magic with a K. Now, I've already talked about this previously, but scientists just discovered magic at the Large Hadron Collider on the 21st of December 2024. The study, conducted by twin professors, shows that the level of magic in top quarks can inform the necessity for quantum computers and simulations. What they're basically saying is this is all coded, okay? Because they talk about God particles, they talk about demon particles, they talk about ghost particles. Now they're talking about a magic particle. What they're doing is just going on the other side. It's like they're going into a video game and coming out with the real powers that you can achieve. Do you see what I mean? And having this all happen this exact same month, and for them to come out and talk about it, because you don't hear very much from CERN until something like this happens. And the fact that they were using twin professors shows that the level of magic, Hitler was the most outwardly in-your-face occult leader ever. And using the occult, he came up with some serious technology. We went to war with airplanes with wooden propellers. This dude was shooting ICBMs. We never even heard of them.
Yeah.
We didn't have rocket engines, and he's using jets. And he also had things like UFOs, like this one pictured here. Now, people will tell you these aren't real, but you got to think about the source because they lie. Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Rich. The time. This is where they had Die Glock, or the Nazi bell, which is very similar to things that we're seeing right now. Based off of the stuff that we stole from Hitler, ate the first quantum computer, which was D-Wave. He hired the smartest people in the computer.
Okay, I'm gonna show you D-Wave, the computer, and okay, It's okay.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie Herman. This is enormous, biblically speaking. This just happened 2 weeks ago, and I keep talking about it because it's important. Israel taking over Mount Hermon is important because the Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 27th. It's December. It's 2024. And last night, I put up the first part of this video. So if you haven't seen this video as of yet, go over to the Richie from Boston fan page on YouTube. It's not my channel, but it's a friend of mine's channel. And she has been able to upload it, so you might want to check that out first. Because what I'm going to tell you next goes to all the databases it has available and draws the information to the best of its in your face a couple and quite cut it. This is
Are these massively intelligent entities out there?
the fallen angels. The reason we're in this entire tsunami of demons, Jordy Rose straight said it.
And you do
Something like this. This is a 256 gigabyte SD card, and I keep information on that. But my computer also has hard drives inside of it. Inside of all those hard drives is where I store all sorts of information, like this. So when you ask a traditional computer a question, it literally goes to all the databases it has available and draws the information to the best of its ability. D-Wave, on the other hand, does not do that whatsoever at all.
This is
and they
D-Wave.
show you that in their own video. This video is 10 years old. Watch this. Several layers of radiation shielding because, and hold up. Here we go. Asking it a question. That's the question. It goes into the server. It goes into the D-Wave. And instead of going to databases, it goes to a quantum processor that accesses other dimensions, fallen angels, evil spirits, demons. They give it the answer. And by giving the human the answer, it's slowly luring them in. And they've gone way, way past that. Way, way past that. And much of it has occurred in 2024. One of the big CERN and D-Wave are like Michael and Obama. You know what I mean? Peanut butter and jelly. CERN also in December of 2024 has discovered magic with a K. Now, I've already talked about this previously, but scientists just discovered magic at the Large Hadron Collider on the 21st of December of 2024. The study, conducted by twin professors, shows that the level of magic in top quarks can inform the necessity for quantum computers and simulations. What they're basically saying is this is all coded, okay? Because they talk about God particles, they talk about demon particles,
I remember going to the planetarium in Fresno State back in 2018, and it was a 2-hour film show. One was about the Hydrogen Collider, which creates artificial black holes. And, the Hydrogen Collider, there's about 3 to 4 around the world on this planet. And it creates an artificial black hole. And they mentioned the God particle. What is the God particle? Now we've heard of the God frequency, but what's the God particle? I mean, what is it? What is the God particle? What is the devil particle? Sense particle. That's the question there.
Large Hadron Collider on the 21st of December 2024. The study, conducted by twin professors, shows that the level of magic in top quarks can inform the necessity for quantum computers and simulations. What they're basically saying is this is all coded, okay? Because they talk about God particles, they talk about demon particles, they talk about ghost particles.
Demon
now
particles.
They're talking about a magic particle.
Rephrase. Demon particles. Not Satan or devil particles. It's demon particles and the God particle thing, you know. My bad. My apologies.
What they're doing is just going on the other side. It's like they're going into a video game and coming out with the real powers that you can achieve. Do you see what I mean? And having this all happen this exact same month, and for them to come out and talk about it, because you don't hear very much from CERN until something like this happens. And the fact that they were using twin professors shows that the level of magic, Hitler was the most outwardly, in-your-face, occult leader ever. And using the occult, he came up with some serious technology. We went to war with airplanes with wooden propellers. This dude was shooting ICBMs. We never even heard of him. We didn't have rocket engines, and he's using jets. And he also had things like UFOs, like this one pictured here. Now, people will tell you these aren't real, but you got to think about the source, because they lie all the time. This is where they had Die Glock, or the Nazi bell, which is very similar to things that we're seeing right now. Based off of the stuff that we stole from Hitler after we conquered him, we've come up with things like this.
Hitler bell.
Now, remind you, this is
the Nazi bell.
Old. This is from over 16 years ago. Look at this technology. Does this look similar? This is our government. This is over 20 years old.
Hover. With no pilot to compromise performance, even more unusual craft and propulsion systems have been designed and tested.
That Glock. It's the sign of the Nazi bell.
It's not going to get any better. It's going to get to invade Syria and take over Mount Hermon. This is enormous, biblically speaking. This
Evil, but they're
Designed and tested.
in outer space, or the other side of the firmament. It gathers it. The level of magic in top quarks can inform the necessity for quantum computers and simulations. What they're basically saying is this is all coded, okay? Because they talk about God particles, they talk about demon particles, they talk about ghost particles. Now they're talking about a magic particle. What they're doing is just going on the other side. It's like they're going into a video game and coming out with the real powers that you can achieve. Do you see what I mean? And having this all happen this exact same month, and for them to come out and talk about it, because you don't hear very much from CERN until something like this happens. And the fact that they were using twin professors shows that the level of magic, Hitler was the most outwardly, in-your-face, occult leader ever. And using the occult, he came up with some serious technology. We went to war with airplanes with wooden propellers. This dude was shooting ICBMs. We never even heard of him. We didn't have rocket engines, and he's using jets. And he also had things like UFOs, like this one pictured here. Now, people will tell you these aren't real, but you got to think about the source, because they lie all the time. This is where they had Die Glock, or the Nazi bell, which is very similar to things that we're seeing right now. Based off of the stuff that we stole from Hitler after we conquered him, we've come up with things like this. Now, remind you, this is old. This is from over 16 years ago. Look at this technology. Does this look similar? This is our government. This is over 20 years old.
Hover. With no pilot to to compromise performance. Even more unusual craft and propulsion systems have been designed and tested. This incredible machine was originally designed to shoot down nuclear missiles and satellites. Yeah, just 12 inches long, gyroscopically balanced, and with thrusters at key points around its body, it is capable of instant changes of direction. Cover! Cover tracking! Cover! Roll! All right! No airplane could ever catch this machine.
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Incredible machine was originally
It. Their quantum chips are going to other dimensions. I was telling you this years ago. I showed you Jordy Rose.
Yeah.
Remember my video, The Tsunami of Demons? Jordy Rose straight said it.
When you do this, beware. Because you think, just like the guy in the stories, that when you do this, you're going to put that little guy in a pentagram, and you're going to have your holy water out, and you're going to wave it at the thing, and by God, it's going to do exactly what you say and not one thing more.
Yeah.
But it never works out that way.
Everybody's paying attention to sports and politics and all this nonsensical bullshit. We are summoning a tsunami of old ones. Yeah, demons doesn't quite cut it.
There are these massively intelligent entities out there, but they're not good, they're not evil. They just don't give a shit about you, even in the slightest. The same way that you don't care about an ant is the same way they're not going to care about you. And these things that we're summoning into the world now are not demons, they're not evil. Same way that you don't care about an ant is the same way they're not going to care about you.
Yeah.
And these things that we're summoning into the world now are not demons, they're not evil, but they're more like the Lovecraftian great old ones. There are entities that are not necessarily going to be aligned with what we want.
So this video is going to be long because my brain is going in all directions. But out of their own mouth, that was years ago. And Jordy Rose successfully created the D-Wave quantum computer. You know what I mean? Something that no one had ever done before. No one had ever created a quantum computer that worked like this. Well, Jordy walked away from all this under his own steam and said, I'm going to go focus on my other company, which was called Kindred, which was a company I told you about many, many years ago. See his shirt? Kindred. Nobody had heard about that as of yet. He said, I'm going to walk away from D-Wave because it's up and running, it's done, mission accomplished, and I'm going to focus on robots that are indistinguishable from humans. That's why he walked away from quantum computers, so he could build robots that were indistinguishable from humans. That's frightening because that right there was a long time ago. Me and Dave Beverly are a lot younger back then. You see what I'm saying? At any rate, AI has reached God level. AI is what's controlling the drones. AI is why no government officials or anybody can tell you anything about anything. And meanwhile, all over the country, they're doing absolutely satanic rituals in every conceivable way.
These elite monsters are wanting to make AI their god. You know, instead of reading the good book about God and Jesus' sacrifice, they're going with their means, man, other means. The elite's done all the rituals, and they want to make AI their god. Well, I wouldn't do that. I know who my God is. That's God. Jesus is Father, you know, Holy Father, you know. There's many people in religions that have claim to be worshippers of God have became selfish. When you look at these stories about priests going after the altar boys throughout the decades, priests that have forsaken and God and chose celibacy, they chose celibacy, but they've gone after young children. If you remember the Boston Globe story on the Archdiocese in Boston, try to hide a crime. They use religion as a smokescreen. They use religion as a smokescreen because if you look at Rome, when you look at the Vatican is basically the true door to hell. True place where the Vatican is covering the whole stairway to hell. That's where they buried all the popes that died. For example, Pope John Paul I mysteriously died in 78. Mysteriously, he'd been in a pope for 32 days, and all of a sudden he ended up being found dead in his sleep. It's like, a lot of these priests have forsaken. They chose to claim to be, working for God, all that shit, but a good percentage of them are not really for God. Never were. You have the Black Pope. Who's truly the servant of Satan, servant of demons, servant of hell. He's the hell's representative. And when you look at all this AI shit, they want to do these rituals to make AI their god. And it is they use religion to punish people. Look at the Native Americans. They stripped them away from their heritage, their way of life, their identity, and they forbade them to speak their own language. You had nuns and sisters that were evil. Look at Mother Teresa. She's a cunt, a holy cunt. You had cardinals, cardinals that have forbade his celibacy, went straight up dark, to the dark side,
Including everything that I already mentioned in part 1 of this video. But we have to continue because there's so many more. And speaking of AI, see this channel right here? See this channel? This makes Jason A look like he's not a fair porn channel. This channel is called Atlantis, and I subscribed to it because I noticed that it was talking about every time you see it, man suddenly disappeared after revealing the clearest UFO drone image ever seen. This channel pumps out new videos every hour. They're always 30 minutes long, and the channel is AI. This YouTube channel is AI. In the last 4 days, it's gotten another 7,000 subscribers, and all it keeps doing is pumping propaganda. Nobody knows. China, Iran, the government. You know what I'm saying? The reason I know it's AI because it speaks very well. Listen to it.
NASA started incarcerating all witnesses of this incredible event. Lights that don't belong in the night. Welcome to New Jersey's latest fascination.
Well, this thing speaks really well. The reason I caught it was AI. In 3 instances, in about a 3-minute section, it had to say that there was 141 drones in the sky. It would say, the drones were seen in the sky, 141. And other people said they saw even more drones, 196. It couldn't say 196. It was reading exactly what it was seeing because it's AI. It's a quirk. I'm sure this AI that's running this YouTube channel isn't the same one that's telling you, I'm God mode, and you better completely
Wait, go back. Let's see here.
subscribe to it because I noticed that it was talking about every time you see it, man suddenly disappeared after revealing the clearest UFO drone image ever seen. This channel pumps out new videos in every conceivable way, including everything that I already mentioned in part 1 of this video. But we have to continue because there's so many more. And speaking of AI, see this channel right here? See this channel? This makes Jason A look like he's not a fair porn channel. This channel is called Atlantis, and I subscribed to it because I noticed that it was talking about every time you see it, man suddenly disappeared after revealing the clearest UFO drone image ever seen. This channel pumps out new videos every hour. They're always 30 minutes long, and the channel is AI. This YouTube channel is AI. In the last 4 days, it's gotten another 7,000 subscribers, and all it keeps doing is pumping propaganda. Nobody knows. China, Iran, the government. You know what I'm saying? The reason I know it's AI because it speaks very well. Listen to it.
NASA started incarcerating all witnesses of this incredible event. Lights that don't belong in the night. Welcome to New Jersey's latest fascination.
Well, this thing speaks really well. The reason I caught it was AI. In 3 instances, in about a...
Richard from Boston's talking about a channel called Atlantis. It's a channel that's run by AI, you know. And I came across it just now. And Richard from Boston was saying that this AI ran channel would produce a video every 30 minutes, and it's 30 minutes long. Now, there's a video, this was 2 days ago, and it gained like 30,000 views. It's titled, 1 minute ago, man suddenly disappeared after revealing the clearest UFO drone image ever. And it's 33 minutes and 26 seconds. It's called Atlantis. And it's produced like there's one video produced 2 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 1 day ago, and it's producing videos every 30 minutes. Now you don't see anybody doing a video every 30 minutes because that would be like really tiresome, you know. Because in AI, they can produce a video every 30 minutes. You gotta think, how, no human being could do that. No human being can produce a video every 30 minutes. Because to do a video, for a human to do a video, they have to prep. They have to prep for the content. An AI ran channel here on YouTube that runs videos every 30 minutes producing propaganda. That's insane, man. That's insane, dude. There's video here from Dago. Plasmoid orbs take down UAP drones above New Jersey. Right, Patterson started evacuation. It gained 25,000 views, and it was 21 minutes, 26 seconds. Now, here's one at Dago. 16,000 views, 18 minutes, 47 seconds. Fighter jet just shot down UFO drone above New Jersey.
3-minute section, it had to say that there was 141 drones in the sky. It would say, the drones were seen in the sky, 141. And other people said they saw even more drones, 196. It couldn't say 196. It was reading exactly what it was seeing because it's AI. It's a quirk. I'm sure this AI that's running this YouTube channel isn't the same one that's telling you, I'm God mode and you better completely worship me. I find this funny. This
was from the
this website is called 33rd Square.
God Mode AI unlocks next level of AI potential.
God mode unlocking. This was last year, but this has already happened. And here's the best part: AI reaching what they call God mode could have happened 2 years ago, because we don't know, because AI constantly lies. You can type into TikTok, YouTube, or any other version and look up AI lying, and you can sit here all day, every day, forever, probably, because it's not going to get any better.
Yeah.
It's going to get much worse. But on that, I will have to digress, because we're at 18 minutes. So in their never-ending war with whoever they want, Israel decides to invade Syria and take over Mount Hermon. This is enormous, biblically speaking. This just happened 2 weeks ago, and I keep talking about it because it's important.
Why is Mount Hermon so important?
Israel taking over Mount Hermon is important because the fallen angels, the reason we're in this entire pickle, the fallen angels, when they came down to earth to marry any of the daughters that they chose, the daughters of men that were fair, they came down and landed on top of Mount Hermon. The fallen angels came there. That's kind of symbolic. That's got a little bit of juice to it. There's a little bit of cosmic tomfoolery going on right there. And Israel stepping in and seizing Mount Hermon in December of 2024 is a big deal. And I'm not going to overlook it, and I'm going to keep mentioning it because it plays. You know what I mean? Planting their flag on Mount Hermon with their make-believe enemy. They're just simply driving around and absolutely slaughtering people. Just look at that guy. That is the synagogue of Satan, period. That happened in December. Now, the one thing everybody remembers is the fire at Notre Dame. But the one thing everybody doesn't realize is that fire was predicted in a scary, freakish way. This is the show, the movie, the 9-minute movie that popped up on YouTube called I Pet Goat. Everybody has seen it. If you haven't, Google it. But how in the world did a video that came out years before this actual event predict this to this degree of accuracy? This is Notre Dame. There's the church. There's the steeple. This is I Pet Goat. There's the church. There's the steeple. How in the world did they do this? This is like the money. Watch the steeple. This is like.
Could the Church of Notre Dame be in France? I mean, could be in France or because Notre Dame. It's not in Italy. If it was, the Vatican would take control of that shit, control of the church, but it's not. It's in France, I think.
Like the money showing 9/11. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? Well, fortunately, Notre Dame's been rebuilt in just 5 years, and they've done a series of rituals, and Round Saturn's Eye covers it pretty well.
Well, folks, it was quite a night tonight in Paris with this ritual at the Notre Dame Cathedral, done by the Roman Catholic Church after the Notre Dame Cathedral burnt down in the last few years. And then we had this so-called rebirth ritual of the cathedral, Notre Dame meaning Our Lady, of course. So this heavily focused on the Queen of Heaven, Semiramis, the false goddess of Babylon, and all of that type of thing. Dressed up in a lot of kind of Christianese. Unfortunately, this was very ritualistic, and it seemed to focus quite heavily on the Roman sun god and a lot of the symbolism about the new golden age and the new dawn of this counterfeit Holy Roman Empire centered propaganda, I would say, ritualistically representing the false sun god. So, and he has the fish mitre hat on, and bangs on the door 3 times.
Didn't the Egyptians worship the sun god? I mean, they worship the sun god for centuries, for years, for a long time before the collapse of it,
3 times for 3 times. As he goes up to the door here, and it begins to be lit up in gold. And when he hits the door 3 times, you see these waves going out. These golden waves coming up from hitting it. So, of course, this is very Babylonian in terms of the Babylonian religion and the symbolism going back to Babylon and the sun god with Nimrod.
So if you want to listen to this whole video, once again, I'll leave links below, right there, for this video. But this was a massive ritual that they did. And for some reason, the Pope declined to go there. And once we see the Pope unlocking the keys...
Wait a minute. The Pope declined to appear in the Church of Notre Dame. Was it the Vatican Pope or was it another Pope? Was it the Vatican Pope or was it the Black Pope? The one that is behind the scenes in the shadows and shit.
He apparently has gained several hundred pounds and he's in a wheelchair. But it doesn't matter because the cardinal or the bishop that actually did this entire ceremony never once at all uttered the name Jesus Christ. How do you dedicate the reopening of Notre Dame and you don't even mention Jesus Christ one single time? That's insane. That's insane. But that just happened. This is all in 2024. I mean, you got to remember, this is part 2. I already did 25 minutes on the first one, but this is insane. They've done so many rituals in 1 year. Everything is starting to make sense. I never actually thought that I would live long enough to see this come to pass. I figured at some point, my watch, my cell phone, my vape, my computer, my truck, something would explode and kill me and shut me up. But they've done a good job marginalizing me, but I still reach about 100,000 people per video because I'm on 5 separate platforms. You see what I'm saying? I never thought I'd see this in real life. It's coming to pass. This is insane. And then, of course, there's this. Nobody can forget this.
Well, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy because two people died. Two people died. And it's wickedly freaky.
Every other shooting they've ever presented to us, everybody, the second they hear a gunshot, everybody is gone. But the crowd just hunkers down. They're looking left, they're looking right, they're looking around. There's a shooter someplace. Let's look around. The Secret Service were an absolute joke. The entire thing was an absolute joke. Like the mighty Phoenix.
Nobody ran away. Nobody like got out of the way. They stood there hunkered down like this, man. You know, like there's a lady in the background. She's like, as soon as things happen, she put her phone up like this, sitting there wearing a Trump hat, and once this happened, like, you're gonna sit there like a dumb shit and wait for something to happen. Then that was me. I'll be high. I will be hightailing my fat ass, my fat hairy ass. I'll be running. I wouldn't sit there and be like, no. I would be hightailing it out of here because I would like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck. Something's happening. Look, because I know this is a psyop kind of distraction shit, you know, all this bullshit. The thing is, it's really getting wickedly freaky as fuck, dude. You know, that bullshit. A lot of this AI shit, man. You know, the elites have done the rituals. They want to make AI their god, man. Like, holy shit.
Donald Trump rises again and comes back to win and save all the Christians because he's a Christian just like you and I. You know why? Because he says so, but he isn't. Listen very closely to everything he has to say here.
Everyone you know, and vote. Vote early, vote absentee, vote on election day. I don't care how, but you have to get out and vote. And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you.
Is he really a Christian? Probably not. Because we all know that anybody who runs for office is basically a walking bullshitter, you know. They're worse than a used car salesman on a cheap golf weekend at a third-rate country club. Yeah. These fake three-piece suit and wearing gold-toothed bastards are just bullshitters, bullshitters. No, he's a Luciferian. You know, Jesuit, Luciferian, all that bullshit, you know. You have Satanists, Jesuits, you have Luciferians, Draconians and shit. All bullshitters.
You get out, you gotta get out and vote. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian.
Did you catch that? I'm not Christian. He said it right there. Double speak. I've shown you numerous times him completely.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he tries to run for president again, the first time you see him standing up there with half American flags and half Israeli flags. What country are we in? Who do we serve? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of people are still hanging their hat on him. Here's the deal. Where's the Donald Trump that'll just tell you the truth no matter what? Donald, what's up with the drones? Well, they know what they are. Crickets. Because he's in on it. He has to be in on it. Or the next time, the bullet will hit him in the middle of the head instead of nothing hitting him on the ear. A bullet whizzes by and catches some of your ear, your hat's coming off. Okay? Because there's a noise associated with a bullet coming that close. See it? that close to your ear. It's loud, at any rate. Let's not forget, just 4 days before the eclipse.
This is from the Petapixel website. Photographer captures Statue of Liberty getting zapped by lightning. Okay, well, time out. How often does the Statue of Liberty get zapped by lightning every year? How many times every year? Right? Or how many times in general? I mean, this was April 4th, 2024, by Matt Growcoot, Growcoot, and this is of the Petapixel website, and photographer captures Statue of Liberty getting zapped by lightning. And, damn.
In April of 2024, the Statue of Liberty was struck by lightning. And many people that witnessed it said it actually looked like the lightning was coming out of the Statue of Liberty. It's a strange, weird thing. But here's a little thing for you. Most people don't seem to understand this. I've described it numerous times. But the Statue of Liberty is actually a statue of Lucifer. Don't believe me? Watch.
Let me tell y'all a true story, so boom, pay attention, watch this video to the end. So, do you know who this is in this statue right here? It's Satan, but it gets crazier. You ready for this? Now notice the chain on his foot. You see it, right? You see the chain on his foot? Alright. You ready for this? I got you. 1 second. Now notice the chain on this foot. Y'all should know which foot this is. I shouldn't even have to say nothing. Alright guys, you ready? Stay with me. I'm gonna show y'all something big. Now, do you notice that the crown in his hands has 7 points on it, right? Stay with me, guys. Make sure you watch this video to the end. This is crazy. Now, do you see what's on the floor, right? An apple and a torch. You see the torch on the floor, right, guys? Stay with me, B. Stay with me. This is crazy. He's holding a torch, and there's a 7-point crown on his head. Remember the apple that was on the bottom of the statue of Satan? What do they call New York City? The Big Apple. Where is this statue at? New York City. What I'm trying to tell you is, the Statue of Liberty is Satan himself. Stop playing with me, son. Don't ever say I didn't teach y'all nothing. It's in plain sight. So, you got a statue of Satan right in New York City, and people been thinking it was a Statue of Liberty the whole time?
Montesquieu did a statue of in France. Montesquieu did and Statue of Liberty was given to us by France, and Montesquieu did one in France that was smaller than the one we have in New York City. But we don't know if it had the same 7-pointed crown. You know, I mean, we don't know if it's the same as the one we have in Staten Island. You know, near the. But.
Stop playing with me, son. So what I'm gonna do is go over there and knock that statue off, straight up and down. TikTok, this is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm just joking, right? Come on.
Now that dude's funny, right? He's funny, but he's completely correct. The statue of Lucifer is shown with Lucifer. His torch is on the floor next to an apple with a big chain around his ankle, and he's holding a 7-pointed crown. The Statue of Liberty is the exact same thing. 7-pointed crown, holding the torch in the Big Apple, chained to the island, and it's sitting on the shape of the Star of Remphaim, or the Israeli star, the Star of David. Do you see what I'm saying? This all just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. But
What? What? Come here. Now, now my question is, now, after being shown the whole thing, you know, the chain on the foot, the supported crown, you know, all that shit, you know, and torch. Is this the same statue that Montesquieu did for France? Because there was two versions of France, but the one we have in New York City looks just like it. You know, now remember, Montesquieu is a French artist that does statues and shit, you know. And I don't know if it's
for what is it now? 2025. For 16 years, I've been telling you everything I possibly can. The timelines got wrong. Timelines got changed. Many, many times we've warned about false flags. And I'm saying we. I'm talking me. Call for an uprising. Dabu. Nicholson, 1966. Nicholson, whatever. ODD. We need ODD back right now. But whatever. We've been warning you about things. But when we put out warnings, they were watching. That's all social media has ever been. Social media wasn't to keep us happy. It was to keep us...
Social media was created to monitor anything you post, share, or say, you know. Whether it's a video content, post content, article content, you know, or anything that is what you would post, you know. Computer, smartphone, whatever. And you have two sides of social media. Light and the dark side of social media. The dark side of social media is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Also, you have Snapchat. Now, also maybe even next. I don't know. Then you have the larger side, social media. You have Minds, MeWe, Gab, CloudHub, BitChute. You have Tumblr. You have Parler, Getter, and Rumble. You even have Mastodon, which is the alternative platforms that have completely freedom of speech protection. But the thing is, sometimes even those kind of platforms can be infiltrated and controlled by these woke nut jobs and shit. The ones who's willing to sell their soul to bullshit.
Mesmerized, keep us locked in. Every thought and emotion is actually transmitted straight over to... Yeah, straight over. And sometimes they had to change their plans because there was too many eyes on it. That's all we're doing. But this year, we've never seen such a thing. And like I said at the beginning of this video, when AI claimed itself, is something I already came up with, but I didn't realize that there was a quote out there from AI saying, "I will release drones." But it still ain't over yet. There's still a few more things.
The drones are AI-based, military grade shit, you know, advanced technology, which they could, because now there was a trying to think here. There was a a plasmoid orbs take down a UAP drone above New Jersey Wright Patterson base. Started evacuation. Now this was 1 day ago. It got 25,000 views. The video was only 21 minutes and 26 seconds. Now, again, the Atlantis channel produces videos every 30 minutes. And it's an AI-based controlled channel that produces videos every 30 minutes. Now, a regular human being could not do that every 30 minutes. Because to do a video, you need to prep yourself. Prep. Like, make sure everything's all in, it's like on TikTok, I could do 10-minute videos combined 30 minutes. Because TikTok has where you can do a 10-minute video. Now, I do about 9.5-minute videos. And combined with 3 minutes. I'm good. I'm good. Just real quick. But the thing is, this here, when you do a 30-minute video, and then another, I'm like, dude, a human being would need to take a break, man, because, dude,
we got to clear up in this video. I got a hotel off of Expedia for 3 days, and it was cheap. I mean, $50. It was cheaper than a tank of gas. And I'm like, cool, because I got a sundown. I'm going to fast for 2 days, and then I'm getting baptized in water on Sunday here in Louisiana. It's a long story. I'll tell you afterwards.
But about Louisiana, there is a tornado warning for Louisiana and Mississippi and Louisiana. I got a friend of mine that I grew up with here in Fresno. Him and his family moved to Louisiana because of the whole California bullshit here. I called him up and I go, "Hey, what you doing?" I'm at Walmart. Well, I'm probably guys. Are guys okay? Yeah, we're fine. We're good. Why? Because there's a tornado warning area headed for Louisiana and Mississippi, and yeah, we're fine, man. We're good. We're good. And because he lives in the northwest of Louisiana, northwest in Louisiana, and it's insane, yeah.
But I want to fast for a good amount of time ahead of time. What was the point of even saying that? Well, this hotel had like 8 out of 10 stars. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. It must be a pretty decent place. No hot water, no washer and dryer. I literally just washed 2 weeks because I've been living out of the truck for the last 18 days. 18 days worth of clothes I had to wash in the bathtub like I was in jail again. And it's all hanging off my truck outside, drying out in the Louisiana sun. But I figured it would be a good time to actually punch this out because I was having a hell of a time uploading from my truck. So I'm not done yet. Here we go. I already told you about Leave the World Behind, the movie by Barack and Michael Obama. And yes, Barack Hussein, what is this? What is this? That's crazy. I don't even know what that is. At any rate, Barack is married to a man. That's the biggest thing. Barack is married to a man, but Barack is not what we think he is. Barack did have a third term. What is this light? Stand by. Hold on. Barack was married to a man in the president's office, which is just unbelievably disgusting. Completely anti-everything. It's anti-Muslim. It's anti-Christian. It's unbelievable. But he is literally married to a man. That is Michael LaVaughn Robinson right there. Joan Rivers tried to warn us, and we all saw what happened to her. You know what I mean? These two decided to make a movie that basically covers every conspiracy theory we were concerned about and showed them in action. And currently...
Yeah, there's a big old joke where Michelle Obama was on the Ellen show, and they did that dance and shit. Was it the Ellen show or Jimmy Fallon? Did that dance and shit, and people caught on. the little tail, that swinging third leg kind of thing, you know, and people were making jokes of it, making memes, and to this day, they're still making memes about that shit, you know. It's funny? Oh, hell yeah, it's funny hell, but, you know. But Joan Rivers did said what she said, but 24 hours later, she was found gone, man.
It appears we're living through that right now. Also, the movie Civil War 2024, where the whole point of that movie was America is divided, Americans take over, and in the movie Civil War, it showed how good Americans that would actually stand and fight, take bullets and send them, they had access to military vehicles, military planes, military helicopters, tanks, etc. Well, with the God mode AI, it's showing the drones and everything else. Drones can take out all of those things. All of those things. And here's another fun fact. Take a look at some of these patents right here. You see some of these patents? These are all for Chinese fellas.
Anti-gravity propelling device for Mercury spheres. Abstract, the invention to close a Mercury sphere anti-gravity propelling device, which composes a shell, an insulated portion, a ship-shaped superconductive magnet, positive electrode wall, a negative electrode wall, a buffer layer, annular insulating converged surface, a first capacitor, a second capacitor, a positive electrode wall, a negative electrode wall, an insulating portion, and the annular insulating converged surface from a disclosed annular channel, and a certain amount of mercury is filled to annular channel. After power supply is switched on, the mercury rotates anti-clockwise at a high speed under the action of electromagnetic force and thrust in a direction deviating from the center of the shell and applied to the wall surface of the whole negative electrode due to a centrifugal action. The direction of the total thrust is opposite to that of the gravitational pull, so that the influence of the gravitational pull is counteracted, and the device has a anti-gravity propelling capacity. The invention could freely go in and out of Earth's atmosphere without depending on the propulsion of the acting force and counter force of the air. Can also keep static in any space, getting rid of the independent without depending on the propulsion of the acting force and the countering force of the air. Can also be kept static in any space, gets rid of the dependence on conventional fuel or air, and can meet the aim to fly in space for a long time. Wow.
And these have been around since 2018 or prior, but look at some of these. The invention discloses a Mercury sphere anti-gravity propelling device which comprises a shell. You see it? It is basically a sphere, a chrome sphere using anti-gravity and different grades of mercury on the inside. Well, you know what? This technology comes directly from Die Glock, or the Nazi bell. Yeah.
Die Glock.
Yeah.
Die Glock.
So, this technology is not very far away from this. They just made it smaller and more impervious. And like this thing that I showed you, this technology right here, this would make this look old and clunky. There's no there's no jet propulsion coming out of the side, stabilizing it, moving in all directions.
Yeah.
They're using anti-gravity, or they're using magnetism, because really, just to be serious, gravity has never been proven. It's a theory, okay? And it doesn't even make sense. Gravity, if it were real, the gravity it takes the Earth to hold a 240-pound dude down would crush a baby. Do you see what I'm saying? Magnetism, everything is in proportion. Do you see what I'm saying? Which is why you're filled with vitamins and minerals, things that are actually magnetic. But on that, I'll digress real quick.
Yeah.
That's not the only... There's other fun little Chinese patents out there on Google Patents. UFO. So all the stuff that we're seeing right now, it's all old technology that they're finally just breaking out. And we ain't seen nothing yet, man. Seriously.
Old technology that is being brought back, but more of an advancement, you know, because AI, they're using AI, which is basically artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, right? Now, there were ads run by AI before the election. Okay. Now, here in California, we had AI ads prior to the election, where they were really making fun of Kamala Harris by using AI animation, and which Gavin Newsom banned until prior to the election. He said it's banned. It has to be within 100 plus, was it 100 or 120 days before they elect, within that span of the election, which is like, dude, it's free speech. It's creating a AI controlled meme, a animated meme, you know, and this douche here in California, so he's a fucking douche. So is Governor Hochul in New York.
We ain't seen nothing yet. I've got subscribers that are literally catching, pretty much on the regular, Ezekiel's wheel in the sky. I'll upload this, but
look up Ezekiel's wheel. Ezekiel's wheel.
come on, man, I forgot to upload this. But it's crazy. She recorded this with a cell phone. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But it's either a power or principality, because I'm sure powers and principalities along with archangels are actually going to be visible here and there, because I'm sure they're keeping a very close eye on what's going on. But this is all by the hand of man. We were warned about this.
What I have here is the necklace of the archangels. This is the symbol of the archangels. Right here. Right here. Here. This is the here. This is the necklace of the archangels. Oh, not this. This is the Mythosaur of Mandalorians. But this here, this is the archangels, God's soldiers, and there's eight archangels. I've had this for a long time. Reason I have it, I believe in the archangels. I believe in that
We were warned. When they first started with the LBGT and with transgender, Christians should have stood their ground and then burned it all down. Not again. Not again. We're not going to have another Sodom and Gomorrah. But instead, rainbow. They literally stole the rainbow, the covenant from God that I will not flood earth again. That's disgusting, but they did it. So do not be surprised that you'll be seeing all sorts of things, because there's patents for all sorts of things. And there's also biblical patents. You know what I'm saying? Powers and principalities, wheel within a wheel. The Book of Enoch 1. Powers and principalities traversing heaven in their spinning, revolving chariots. I would say that was a spinning, revolving chariot, but what do I know? You see this video I put up on, I don't know when it was, a week ago. You see this UFO right here? You see those two balls? Those are the things in the patents. Those are what you're seeing in those Chinese patents. But these aren't Chinese drones. Or maybe they are made in China, but it doesn't matter. This isn't our own government. This isn't their government. This is the New World Order. This is the ruling elites, okay? Call them what they are. This is the ruling elite.
What he just showed was it's a drone with a propulsion system. This is the drone he's showing. And those circles there are the propelling. Those are engines. Those are engines with propulsion technology. These are engines. See, this is the same drone crashed into a tree, and this would look like through thermal imaging. It was this. Crashed into a tree. It's that. Propulsion system. 2 engines in it. That's what he's showing.
It's making themselves known, and I believe AI has completely and totally gotten away from them. Let's not forget the drills, the helicopter drills coming in at night at the White House. That happened in December.
AI controlled drone.
Also. So, with all that being said, with everything being presented, with Elon Musk being elevated to a super figure now, where he's now basically the president's sidekick or boyfriend or whatever, this is all going to come to a point, because it has to. Something absolutely has to give. And let's not forget, there were 5 portals that the Pope had to open. Christmas Eve, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Tonight's the 4th door, tomorrow's the last door, according to what the Vatican told us.
Today's the 29th, and it's 1:49 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's 3:49 Eastern Standard Time.
At any rate, I hope this whole thing makes sense. I don't know. I pulled over. Look at the size of the room. That's it. No hot water. No washing machine. Unbelievable. At any rate, pray. Pray like you've never prayed before. And fast. Drink just water. Start at sundown. Observe the Sabbath. And I'm talking tomorrow. Do this. Because you might not get another chance. This is speeding up, and this is completely out of human control. It appears. Richie from Boston. I'm out.
This video was done a day ago, and it gained 3,000 views. And it was shared on December 27th, which was a Friday. And it's the same video on his Tumblr channel, on his Rumble channel. Watch gain 12,000. Was it 5,000? Was it which has 18,000? No, 12,800 followers. 12,000 followers, and the video had 5,000 plus views, and it was uploaded 20 hours ago, and so it's, yeah. The elites have done all the rituals, and now they want to make AI their god. No. It's only one God. It's only one God, right? Only one God. One God you guys pray to, worship. The only one Holy Son. That's Jesus Christ. No, each country has their own version of God and Jesus. You know, it's all, and you know, and yeah, it's a very yeah, it's close to ground zero, guys. Really close to ground zero. The Pope opened up 5 portals, and it's the biblical version of world between worlds. And they want to bring in the Antichrist. Like, what the fuck, dude, you know? And it's just getting to the point that where, like, they want to create their own God, man. Like, you're creating your own God through AI. AI is just AI. It ain't real. It's artificial intelligence bullshit, you know. Run by Satanists, Luciferians, Jesuits, morons, really, you know. It don't matter how much money you have in your pocket or up your ass or whatever. You're a human being. Man cannot be God. Man cannot become God. He's just man. We're not God. We're human beings. We're flesh and bone, man. Only God we have is the one upstairs, up. You know. They want to recreate Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, didn't God just destroy Sodom and Gomorrah because of their bullshit? Yeah. Because they gave in to lust. You know, like, so the elites did their ritual. They wanted to create AI as their new god, and they want to recreate Sodom and Gomorrah. Fuck that shit, you know. Holy crap, you know. I mean, they want to give in their lust, their greed, their vanity, all that bullshit, man. All that shit that they want to recreate, you know, that bullshit, you know. And I mean, it just really they're trying to distract us through psyops and bullshit. The drones are AI powered psyops, maybe even a false flag or some shit, you know. They try to do, they want to do a fake alien invasion, fake this martial law bullshit, you know. I think it's just more ways to distract you, to divide you. I'm praying for God. I'm going the way of God, man. I'm going the way of God. I'm done with this shit. So I'm going towards God. I'm going towards the big guy. I'm going towards the archangels and Jesus, because I'm done with this shit. I am straight up fucking done with this shit, because it's all arrogant motherfuckers, Satanists, Luciferians, Jesuits, those bastards. I'm going with God. I'm going right with God. And this is bullshit. Yeah, it is bullshit. They want to play us with this bullshit. They have for over a century and a half. They want to further their New World Order. They want to further their Satanism, their Luciferianism. They're just bullshit. The Pope in the Vatican ain't really running the Vatican. It's somebody else in the shadows called the Black Pope. The ones that are wearing the black robe and crown. He's the real one, really running things in the Vatican, and that's been going on since the very beginning. Most of them are draconian Satanists, man. They're Luciferians. The ones really running the Vatican is the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds are the ones really running the Vatican. Yeah, the Rothschild family runs the Vatican, and that's who the Pope answers to. The Pope answers to the Rothschild family. They've been, for years, for centuries, the Rothschild family has been running the Vatican for centuries, And the Pope is just a representative of the Rothschild family. The Pope is the one that kisses the ring of the head Rothschild guy, master, So, the Pope ain't really running shit, really, in the Vatican. It's the Rothschild family, And they've been running shit for centuries. Big time. So, all right, folks, this is good old Reverend Ordo. Better known as Mando'Ade the Sarcastic. And just want to say, if you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and share your thoughts. I bet you're also wondering about this too. So also, always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. Peace out. Godspeed.